What's going on YouTube? Phoenix here, another episode of Phoenix Talks Weekly. We are on episode 15. I've been doing this for 15 weeks now. Pretty crazy to see the kind of growth that I've had with this series. It's definitely one of the most popular series on my channel, and I greatly appreciate the amount of support that I get for this series. And it helps me keep on making these videos every week for you guys. And I kind of feel like it's kind of a way to get back at my subscribers in a way, because I leave the topics that I talk about up to you guys. So the topics that were suggested last week, I picked a few that I want to talk about, but I'm not doing it this week because I didn't really have enough time to make a good video about the topics that I wanted to talk about. I was gonna do some special stuff and I didn't really have enough time, so I'm just doing a video log as usual for you guys right here. This one's gonna be my own topic, and it's gonna be how pro players think of amateur players. All right. So most of the general consensus is that they don't know who you are, and they will usually find a pretty obvious excuse, if there is one, that will be the reason why you beat them, if you ever beat them in some way. So usually how it goes, online, you beat them online, you're a warrior. They're gonna find probably some type of excuse to say why they think you beat them, because obviously they've worked super hard, they're at the place, they're pros, and so a simple game or a match doesn't really determine who's better. They're most likely the better team. The amateurs just really took the game off of them a little bit, and so that's probably the reason why they won. And if it's a blowout, it's most likely there's some type of factor that's affecting that game. Whereas if you beat them on land, there's no other factor except the actual skill of the players. So if you as an amateur team, beat a pro player on land, they're probably going to acknowledge that you're actually good, because you kind of are if you beat a pro team on land, because they have all that more experience and all that more skill than you do, and that's a balanced playing field. There's no advantage that you have going in against them. So I want to kind of pose the question on what circumstances would you be able to beat them online and they would still consider you a sort of worthy opponent. So the thing that I've concluded, and now I personally am trying to become a pro. Like one of them saw a match a long time ago, and that's been my aspiration to do forever, pretty much. For the last not forever, but just for the last couple of years, I really want to just become a pro in the game and be known in the scene as that. So if you guys hear anything in the background, sorry. So how you guys would, I think, be able to have them consider you a worthy opponent if you ever beat them online. So say you get in a 2K or 5K or whatever, and you're facing them. They usually would probably get more pissed at you if you get them out first or second round, or like early rounds like that. So if you start progressing decently through the tournament and start beating some other AM teams, on and off of host, so you're all right. You're doing okay throughout the tournament, right? And so you end up playing them. I would say if you beat them on their host, that's better for you. There's less excuses that they can make to have you win, but it's going to be a lot harder for you to win on their host. But if you win on their host, it's got to be a good host for everybody. I mean, like, if they experience the smidget of lag, they're going to call you a warrior. So you got to have that kind of decent connection. And if it's a blowout in your favor, there's probably something wrong with it. If it's a fight and you're actually making it a competition for them, and you end up pulling out, like, let's say by 2 points in hardpoint, or like within 10 points in hardpoint, they're probably going to be like, wow, that was a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. And you're going to get their attention. And the way I see it is that if you keep doing that multiple tournaments, constantly beating some of these teams, not even having to win the tournaments, just at least beat one of them every time you get into one of these tournaments every weekend, you're going to have a good chance at starting to get your name out there. And then when you hit a LAN tournament, that takes away all the hosting stuff, and so online goes away, and then if you beat like multiple teams on land, then you got a pretty good chance at becoming like known as a pro or getting into that scene. So that's how I think they do that. If you slowly beat them fairly and not abusively, I think that's how they're gonna start noticing you as a pretty good and upcoming player. Yeah, that's pretty much all I have today. I'm going camping this weekend. On Saturday morning, I'm biking about around 15 miles up to the campsite, and then on Sunday, I'm biking back for you guys. Don't worry, I will have a video ready for you guys Saturday. I'll have my sister upload it for you or make it public for you guys, so don't worry about that. I'm not going anywhere. I'm staying here for you guys, have a video every day as usual. So yeah, don't forget to drop a like, subscribe for a new video every single day. And this has been me, Phoenix. I'm out, guys.